everybody and welcome back to another Leeds United daily video. So obviously today we're going to be talking about the left back position, and as you can see by today's title, three potential Leeds United signings I would like to see at the club. So there is Timakis from Liverpool. There is, obviously, we are linked with Jesus Vazquez, I think that's how you pronounce him, from Valencia. And then obviously there's Rafael Guerrero. So I just want to touch on Jesus first. Just because of the simple fact that he's 19 years old, he's got a lot of potential, and right now I feel like with how Leeds United are going to go into the January transfer window, I feel like they're going to go for a loan option. I feel like that is more of a smarter way of doing business, because if you think about it, if we go in again for, because I think Valencia would probably offer him roughly between 17 to 20 million pounds. That's my valuation on the player. So if Leeds United were to go out and spend 17 to 20 million pounds on another left back, like they did with Junior Firpo, spending around about like 15 million euros or something like that from Barcelona, there could be a massive risk that he could not do any good in the Premier League. And I feel like with how Rodrizzani and Victor Orta want to play this one, a loan option would be perfect. I'm not going to sit here and say that I know too much about the player, because I don't. But Leeds United obviously are desperate in bringing in a new left back, whether that's going to be a permanent deal, whether that's going to be a pre-contract agreement, or whether that's going to be a loan agreement. It's not actually going to be quite as easy and straightforward as we think to be able to get this player, because Inter Milan, as we all know, when we go up against like these Italian giants, we lost out, like we did all with Charles de Ketelaere, we lost out to AC Milan. So in a sense, it's up to the player whether he wants to come to the Premier League, whether he wants to play a half season at Leeds United or a season at Leeds United, or he'd rather go play in the Serie A and play for one of the biggest clubs in the world. So the second player is Kostas Timakis. I think that's how you pronounce his name. He's from Greece. So I feel like Leeds United should and go out and try and sign this player. Liverpool signed him back in last season or a season before for roughly a figure of around about 11.6 million pounds. And that was to be a backup to Andy Robertson at Liverpool. And I feel like if Leeds United can get someone like Timakis onto their team, I feel like that would, in a sense, solve our left-back options. So when he was playing at Olympiacos, he actually managed to play 46 games for the club, managed to cap around about 4 or 5 appearances with the national team. He's played in Champions League, he's played in the Europa League, and if he kind of fits the calibre of the type of players that Leeds United are actually going for, like, because if you look at the Leeds United model, we're going for players who have played in the Champions League before, but haven't got a huge asking price. And I feel like Timakis is that sort of player where he can fit that role. Junior Firpo will be dropped to the bench, put Pascal Struijk back into centre-back and put Timakis there. Like, he's quick, he can score goals, he's scored goals, he's got loads of assists when he's been playing. He managed to win a cup for Liverpool in a penalty shootout. So he's got bags of experience of playing in the Premier League. He's got bags of experience playing in the Champions League. He's a winner. He's managed to win titles at Olympiacos. And he's doing that with Liverpool as well. Like, he's winning titles. And I feel like Leeds United should actually consider looking at this type of player. He's not that old. I think he's only around about like 23 years old. But he is a second left back for Liverpool. When Andy Robertson is playing, when Andy Robertson is in form, he's not going to get a sniff. So I feel like if Leeds United went in with a decent offer, say between like 12 to 15 million pounds, so then Liverpool could make a little bit of profit on him, and we're not spending too much on a player either, then I feel like it would be decent, because like I said, he's got Premier League experience, he's very quick on the ball, he's very good at dribbling, he's good at passing, he's good at cross balls. He kind of fits that system where we need a winger to be bombing down that flank and getting balls into the box. And to me, Junior Firpo doesn't fit that. Struijk doesn't fit that because he doesn't have the confidence. So he should go back to a centre-back, and we should bring in Timakis from Liverpool. So, and obviously the last one is Guerrero from Borussia Dortmund. And I feel like Leeds United should and will sign this player. Timakis is my number one. He's my favourite for Leeds United to sign. I feel like Leeds United should look into buying that player, but I feel like Rafael Guerrero is the second option for me, due to the fact that obviously he's got 19% for assists, is in the top 19% for shot creation actions, and then obviously top 11% for pressing actions. And obviously, if you look at that statistically, he is on the par of like Jordi Alba, Cancelo, and Alexander-Arnold. And if you look at that, that's unbelievable. He scored 27 goals and 24 assists while he's been at Borussia Dortmund. And Leeds United could get him on a free. There is obviously Juventus and there is Manchester City who are looking at Guerrero for his signing. But Victor Orta has actually come out now, and there has been a news article saying that he's preparing an offer, a contract offer for Guerrero at the end of the season. So hopefully, maybe what we're trying to do is maybe we go for Vasquez on loan, and then when it comes to the end of the season, if Vasquez doesn't perform, because Leeds United are not going to pay, there's a release clause of roughly around about 30 to 35 million euros or pounds. Leeds United are not going to pay that, and they're not going to really pay much more than £15 million for a left back. So I feel like this guy would be perfect. He comes for free. He's 28 years old, but he's got bags of experience. He's a Portugal international, played in the Champions League, Europa League. He scores goals, assists. He's quick, agile, can pass. He's direct. So he's the type of player that will 100% fit this system. Anyway, guys, coming towards the end of the video now. So if you did enjoy, make sure you smash a like, subscribe as well. It really does help boost up the channel. Comment down below. If you managed to get this far, comment down below your opinion on who Leeds United should sign in the transfer window, and whether you agree with me on these left backs